Welcome to our final Examples of Excellence for the 2019-20 school year. We love our Examples of Excellence program, and I want to explain a little bit about it for those of you who might be the first time experiencing this. What we do is we ask our teachers to give us students' names who they think is an example of excellence. And that's the only criteria we give them. There's not a GPA requirement, a discipline-free record, just who do they think is an example of excellence. So we then get those students in and we ask them in turn, okay, give us a teacher who you think is an example of excellence. And that's how we all ended up here today, is somebody thought they were an example of excellence. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna see the touchy-feely stuff we love in education and how those relationships are built. So we ask students to give us comments on teachers, we ask teachers to give comments on the students, and you really see what we love in education, that relationship building between the teachers and the students. So thank you, we hope you enjoy this program, and everyone have a great summer.
Our first example of excellence from the freshman class is Presley Bassett. Presley was nominated by Caitlin Foster and chose John Jones. Mr. Jones says, "Wow, Presley, what a long way you have come. In the beginning, you were a little apprehensive about taking an AP course, but you faced the challenge head on and finished through until the end. I just want to take this time to say how proud I am of you and your hard work. You have always been a joy to have in class. Your constant smile, random outbursts, additions to the class conversation, relationship with others, and hard work never went unnoticed. I hate this year ended the way it did, but I look forward to seeing you grow." Up next, we have Grace Brand. Grace was nominated by Floraline Sawyer and chose Sam Bryant. Coach Bryant says Grace is a perfect choice for examples of excellence. Grace is self-driven and confident. She is a student who is always attentive in class and looks to improve her understanding. Grace does this by asking intuitive, in-depth questions that help everyone in the class. Grace also likes to analyze and compare her methods of solving problems to others to find best practices. Grace is a well-rounded student who will excel in whatever she chooses. Our next example of excellence from the freshman class is Mina Clay. Mina was nominated by Shawn Sullivan, and she chose Shawn Sullivan. Mr. Sullivan says, as a freshman, Mina has sat first chair in the wind ensemble at Starkville High School. Every challenge I give her, she eagerly tackles. Mina is very hardworking and a sweet young lady. She is truly an example of excellence. Our next example of excellence is Joshua Eaves. Joshua was nominated by Caitlin Foster and chose Coach William Wells of the boys soccer team. Coach Wells says, "I want to thank you, Josh, for selecting me for this award. Josh is a very hard worker, competitor, and he strives to do everything he can to the best of his ability. He is a very caring kid, and I can always count on him with schoolwork and soccer. Thanks again, Joshua, for this award." Our next example of excellence from the freshman class is LUCA HOFFMAN, who was nominated by Norma Cole, and he chose Miss SONYA HARVEY. Miss Harvey says, writing a statement that captures the essence of what makes an individual excellent is a daunting task. Finding a high school student who is polite, intelligent, and hardworking doesn't happen all the time. His genuine desire to learn and improve himself sets him apart from most students. Students like Luca make me want to better myself as a teacher so that I can give them the education they deserve. I have sincerely enjoyed having Luca in my class this year. Now I just need to find a way to get him to join the debate team. Up next is Timothy Mason Jones. Mason was nominated by Craig Wood, and he chose Andrew Woodruff. Mr. Woodruff says, every day Mason Jones came to my class with a smile on his face as he said hello to me. He came to my class always willing to try his hardest and impressed me with his effort when he still came by my class in the spring. This goes outside of academics as I watched him work hard on the esports team and as a young entrepreneur of a business he was working on with a friend. I'm impressed with Mason and am excited to see him keep pushing himself in everything he attempts to do. Next, we have TIERANY MAGEE. TIERANY was nominated by Floraline Sawyer, and she chose Ashley Edwards. Miss Edwards says, "TIERANY's big smile walking into first block was always a bright start to my day. She always had her nails done in the cutest designs and colors and all around adorable. TIERANY was never afraid to ask questions and take her time so things could be as perfect as could be. It breaks my heart that I wasn't able to spend an entire semester with such a sweet soul. We had a lot of fun in first block, and I sure do miss that sweet smile of hers." Up next, we have TYISONIA Moore. She was nominated by Caitlin Foster, and she chose Brittany Drummond. Ms. Drummond says TT is unafraid to be challenged in the classroom. She faces every challenge head-on and learns from the things that don't always pan out. She has a willingness to help others that makes me proud to have had her as a student. One of the things that always brightened my day is that she stopped by to say hello and give me a hug on her way to class every day, even after I wasn't her teacher anymore. She truly loves to give her best in everything she does. Thank you for being an example of excellence at Starkville High School. Up next is Anna Leslie Potts. Anna Leslie was nominated by Rob Fike, and she chose Hannah Harris and SONYA HARVEY. Ms. Harris says it has been such fun getting to know Anna Leslie. She works nonstop to improve skills, and I am constantly getting compliments from her teachers about her work ethic. She is funny and smart. Ms. Harvey says sugar and spice and everything nice. That is what Anna Potts is made of. From the very beginning of the school year, I knew that Anna was going to be the kind of student a teacher dreams of having. Anna exudes kindness and consideration for others. If I had to do high school all over again as a student, I would love to have her as my friend. Up next, we have Ty Skinner. Ty was nominated by Jordan Dobbins and chose Joseph Armstrong. Mr. Armstrong says Ty is a dedicated student. Each day in math class, Ty gave his all. He is a steadfast example of a student learner. Ty gave our class a constancy that is often absent in school. Ty was like a compass, and he often guided the class through difficult times. I wish more students would be like Ty. Our next example of excellence from the freshman class is Grady Stewart. Grady was nominated by Sarah Fraser, and he selected Zachary Bettinger as his example of excellence. Mr. Bettinger says Grady is an excellent student. He is clever, charismatic, and persistent. Whether it's writing creative papers or winning Shakespeare-themed Nerf duels, he puts all into his work. I greatly enjoyed having him and look forward to his accomplishments yet to come in his bright future. Next up for the freshman class is CEDRAKIS Townsend. Drake was nominated by Molly Stafford, and he chose Caitlin Foster. Ms. Foster says, I'll call him by the name he asked when I first started teaching him. Drake was such a quiet student when I first met him, but I noticed several things about him throughout my time knowing this awesome young man. He is such a hard worker and willing to help in any way. He is always a gentleman, polite, and respectful. I love any time Drake was in my classroom. He exemplifies what a stupendous yellow jacket should be. I cannot wait to see what the future has in store for you, Drake. Finally, for the freshman class, we have Mallory Ann Williams. She was nominated by Diana Wickham, and she chose Andrew Lark. Mr. Lark says, Mallory Williams displayed to me her passion for learning visual art. Mallory has been given the artistic gift. Her willingness to do her best at all times is amazing to me. Mallory's ability to accept critique to grow is exceptional. She motivates other students around her as well. She would show me that failure would never be an option for her. She helps mentor friends in the classroom. Mallory is a true example of excellence. Congratulations, Jackets. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. Thank you for your dedication to excellence. To our families, thank you for sharing your jackets with us. Wishing everyone a safe summer break. We will see you again soon.